Well, this is the campsite. It was the first one by this back bay, and I figured there's water flowing in from the Kelso River, and I should be able to maybe catch some fish. It's a little shallower, so this bay should be warming up faster. And there are some definite advantages here. It's nice and sheltered. I got my Adirondack canoe, which is very stable. The water temperature, I don't know what it is, but it seems very, very cold. You know, and it's kind of had a bad attitude so far about everything, but it is a beautiful day, and I'm gonna go do some exploring and kind of see what I can find. You know, it looks like there's a canoe landing both on this side and on the other side. There's a nice flat rock to fish from camp from. I'm gonna get out and do a little more. There's a couple islands right off here, and then if you go back there, it's the portage to the Kelso River. Trying to zoom in a little bit, you can kind of hear the water running. You know, this is the entrance to the bay from Sawbill. You know, you have to kind of come around a little farther than the map shows. And then there's supposed to be another camp in the back of the bay. I'm gonna go and see if I can check that out, and I'm going to also take a little jaunt down the Kelso River and try to see the dolmen. But that's pretty much it for today. You know, I'll do the things I can. I'll put my contacts on, get my traveling boots going, get my life jacket on, because the water is really cold. And of course I forgot my fillet knife, so if I do catch anything that I want to fry up tonight, I will be chopping it up with my paring knife. And I didn't even bring any apples, so I don't know why I brought a paring knife. But it is a beautiful day up here in North Country. And I was exhausted when I got here last night. And now after sleeping for about 12 hours, I think we can say that I feel pretty good. So we'll just kind of have to see how the day goes, and you know, and whether I enjoy camping by myself or not, because you know, it's kind of funny that it does kind of help to talk to the camera. It's almost like having somebody with. You know, in fact, if you look across right over there by that, whoa, it's hard to hold it steady, but that big boulder is kind of right by the portage into the Kelso. You know, and the water just flows in off to the right there. But we'll see if there's any fish back here, and we'll see if we can find the dolmen. And I was thinking about trying to do that trail up to the top of that big mountain across from the dolmen, but sounds like that's a pretty tough trail to hoe. So all right, I'm gonna walk both ways on this trail. This is my first portage, and I think it's less than 20. I already got all my gear across, and instead of hitting record, I hit playback. So we're gonna kind of do this again. It's, you know, it's like there's a lot of birch on the ground, but if you can see in there, there's a nice dead one that I'm gonna try to cut some pieces up and take home tonight, because that'll burn really good. but you can see all this stuff on the ground. It's just rotted. You know, if you get your fire hot enough, it'll burn, but you know, who wants a 4-foot fire and you got to do it in your grate? It just kind of sucks a little bit. But I kind of got a late start. I made some lunch/breakfast. Couldn't decide what I wanted, so I went with the mac and cheese, and you know, it's just funny. I've never had trouble eating, and I just didn't want to eat it, but I got the whole box down, and that's all I've had today. But I slept pretty good last night. It was a little chilly. I'm happy I brought my Walmart fluffy blanket with the eagle on it, because eagles scare away everything. But you can just kind of see all that stuff on the ground, and it's just all crap. You can't burn it. I guess I should probably stop using the word crap, but I suppose there are worse words I could use. But I got the campsite across the lake. The tent's set up. I never did pull out the tarp. I don't know why. I just didn't see a good spot to put it. And here's a little visualization. The big rock over there is across from the camp, and then you kind of go across the bay, and you see this other rock out here. You know, it's a nice. I want to get around the corner into that smaller bay. Yeah, it's like, geez, I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. There's the campsite. I tried fishing off there a little bit. I'm not sure how deep it is, and you go around to the side there, and it's a nice shallow spot to get off, and then there's a view of that nice big rock over there. Saw a loon earlier, didn't feel like doing much. I think I pointed out these two islands earlier. Oops, you know, you get in too tight and you can't even tell they're islands. But there's two islands just right out in the center of this bay. You know, and it's just, gosh, if you're watching this and haven't shut it off yet, you're a pretty brave person, because this is making me dizzy, and I just got my reading glasses on trying to see what I'm doing. There's a real small waterfall here. I don't know if it's really worth hanging out and getting back there, but this is what you get to see. You know, this isn't going to be the same quality of a Nibby Mox or Anthony Peter. I don't know how they do such a good job, but you know, daylight's burning. I'm gonna get to the other end of the trail, and you know, that's going out to the lake, and that's coming from the river. So we'll just kind of stay back again, and you know, it's really crazy how you can dream about this and plan 3 solo trips, and you don't even get through the first day, and you're like, God, this just sucks. What am I doing? Why do I think it is cool to come out in the wilderness by myself? But you know, it is pretty neat right now. We haven't been attacked by a predator yet, so that's always a good deal. And you know, people worry about bears, but there's a bear season up here, so the bears kind of respect people and stay back, so I'm not too worried about that. My only fear is a pack of wolves, and you know, if there's a pack of wolves coming after you, you're probably finished. But you know, anything that can take down a moose can take down a smoke. So I'm gonna pack this up. I might, yeah, I don't know how Nibbymox mounts his, but his beautiful wood canoe must track a lot straighter than this Winona. I said it and I meant it. And I probably need some ballast in the front, but I'm gonna see where I can get. It is 5:18 right now. I started at about 4:30 and kind of fished my way over here. Haven't made it too far, but you know, we'll see where things go. Not sure where the creek's going. That's where we came from. It's just beautiful along here. I tried doing some fishing, but no fish. Fish no bite. You would think this just looks so northerny. I can't believe I haven't lost a lure yet, but I'm just gonna keep paddling and see what happens. A little more on the Kelso River. We got some rock croppings on both sides. Just passed a nice spot that looked like either a watering spot for the animals or a nice place just to kind of get in. You know, I can't even tell what things are. Looks like there's a bear behind every tree, but that's okay because they're hiding from me, so we're good. We'll get some pictures as we get up there a little closer. It's just beautiful back here. Looked like there was a couple that bushwhacked between Alton and the Kelso River. That's just crazy. It takes some guts, but we'll do some more in a little while. All right, this is the second campsite down from the Alton portage. It's pretty cliffy. It goes straight up, but there is a real decent landing here. There's a nice piece of log that you can kind of get through. You know, the big thing is, assuming that we are out, there is some seating. The kitchen is kind of stuck right here, right on the side of the cliff, so you get a nice view of the lake. But it seems like it is kind of small. But I'm guessing that there's supposed to be one more campsite down a little ways. I'll try to get out and take a peek at that too, but you don't want to stay here if you sleepwalk. And again, there's a lot of rotted wood, and this isn't the prettiest kitchen area ever. It's kind of, if it's raining, the water's gonna sink right down into there. Would have thought they could have picked a little better spot. It is, well, we just had ice out, so you can't really complain too much there. You've got this looks like a decent tent pad. I'm guessing that the you know, it's not perfectly level, but not too bad. There's some walking around down here. They don't know. Sun's starting to come out. You know, I'm thinking that Thinking that's the Alton portage. Looks like you could get a tent down there. I don't. Again, it's not real level, and the trail doesn't look used enough to be the porta potty. Let's see. Oh well, I'm not that curious to look any further. Sure, I would find it if I had to. Fortunately, I don't had to. So, we will bring the boat around, get back in it, and see what happens here. So we got one. Alright, I don't know if you guys recognize that, but that would be snow on May 12th on the north side of Alton Lake, or not Alton, but Kelso. We are in Kelso right now, and this is a pretty rough portage. Well, it's an easy portage, but as you can see, there's just, oops, let's back up a bit. There are rocks everywhere. I found a little path through, and I'll find a little path out, but here is the Alton portage. And it isn't much of a portage. This one's even easier than the Kelso River to Sawbill. And look at that. Looks like we have some metal rail track maybe. They must have, yeah, I don't know what one piece of track is doing out here. There must have been a rail portage at one time. But you do not expect to find metal in the middle of nowhere. Let's just say I'm not gonna cut that up and take it home. And here is the famed Alton Lake, where the waves can get pretty big. And they seem pretty calm today. But that is another portage. I am not going to be doing this one because I have no desire, and it is 6:46. So I don't know if I've shown you my new hat, but this is my expedition hat. I probably shouldn't wear the baseball hat on expedition, but that's it. Hope you can hear me over the wind. I'll just let you listen to all the birds. Birds are actually coming towards us. Well, looked like it was an eagle, and they're still playing, so I might grab the other camera, but yeah, it's just been a beautiful paddle. You know, it's amazing. You sit in camp and your legs hurt and you don't want to do anything and you're tired. And it's just like, this is miserable. But, you know, I should probably take some Aleve or some ibuprofen. That's what I brought it for, so I could enjoy the trip. And now, and at the end of day, well, I got in yesterday probably about this time to the campsite, so after 24 hours I'm pretty much well rested and things are going good, and I'm actually starting to get into the flow of stuff and feeling good. And, you know, now that I'm drinking water, that's always a good thing for you, as long as it's filtered. But it is just gorgeous out here. All right. Well, it's turned into a fairly good day, except when I knocked my glasses off. I made it back. Got a nice fire going. I should probably consider wearing some wool socks underneath the seal skins, because they did manage to keep my feet dry, even though I was in up to 12 inches of water going in and out. But I realized they were getting quite cold as we were heading home, so now I'm just trying to warm them up, and they actually caught on fire for a moment, but that's alright. I got a real nice fire going. You know, I found some real dry deadwood that was off the ground on my portage, so I might go get some more of that tomorrow. Have one more good fire before I head out on Monday. You know, it's really turned into a pretty relaxing day. I think I've had about 15 hours of sleep since I went to bed last night. In fact, I'm not even sure what time it is. I think it's almost 10. I think I went to bed at 8 last night, so 15 out of 26 isn't bad for sleep. But I'm feeling pretty rested and I'm enjoying the campfire. It's a little cold, but you know, my legs are a little warm. Just depends on what's sitting next to the fire and what isn't. So I'll start putting the stuff in the tent that needs to stay dry. It's nice thing about the Eureka 4-person tent is when you're by yourself, there's plenty of room for other things that you would otherwise put under the tarp. And I haven't even had to put the tarp up this trip, and I do not think I'm going to. But you know, I was ready to go home at noon. I just felt miserable. I made something to eat and I could barely eat it, and you know, now I've had about 32 ounces of water and feeling pretty good. And it was a nice paddle. It was a pretty good workout. So I'll have to see where things go. I'm just gonna hang out here until the fire's out, or for another hour, whichever comes first. So I got 2 bottles of water to pour on it, and then it'll be time to go to bed. And maybe I don't know, I'd like to go to the Dolman tomorrow if it's not too windy. I'll have to listen to the weather forecast and see how all that stuff goes, but it's just just nice and relaxing. It's just gotta try to find a way to keep my whole body warm without parts being cold in this little breeze. But the stars are coming out. There's still some light up here, which I guess you have to expect being up north. You know, I still don't know about this solo stuff, but we'll see. Maybe it grows on a person, or maybe not. I really want to get to Kekakabik and up through Knife this fall, but I really don't know if I want to do it solo, so so I may have to look for somebody that doesn't teach that can take a week to 10 days off and be interested in a solo. Baseball will be over. Fall colors will be wonderful. Water should still be warm enough that we're not freezing. And maybe by then I'll have the packing figured out and the food figured out so that I don't bring too much. And you know, maybe a person leaves the fishing gear at home. I don't know. It's an awful lot of extra stuff. Or maybe I leave the camera and all these batteries. But then I wouldn't be able to post and say hi to everybody. Like the people I follow, it's really fun seeing how other people do this. And unfortunately, everybody else is doing chores, and I'm just skipping meals and taking naps. But to each their own. It's all about having fun and enjoying the solitude. And there is definitely some solitude out here tonight. Hear the insects and the birds, and you guys probably aren't picking that up. And then the old fire going, and we'll just have to see where things go. I'll record some more tomorrow. Looks like I got 16 minutes left, so I might want to change this battery. But fortunately, I got 4 more fully charged, I hope. Alright, I'm out here in Gooseberry Falls Park on the scenic outlook of the Gabagitchi Trail. It is just beautiful here. I decided to leave a little bit earlier today because my feet were so cold last night. I was up at 1:13, 2:16, 3:13, 4:19, 5:23. It's just crazy. It's even crazier is that I can remember what times I kept waking up, because they were definitely crazy. And you should be seeing some ducks or some kind out there, but I don't know. It's hard, I can't see him on the monitor. Oh, there's one. It's probably not the greatest picture ever, and I'm probably not the steadiest person, but there's a whole bunch of them. They're right outside the river. That's the river entrance. It looks like got some good sand pushed up over the winter or fall. The beach boards in Duluth. It's going to take 2 years and $600,000 to fix them. But you can see how it's lighter here with all the sediment coming out of the river. And we got my little friend there. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? Woo! 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 Yeah, he hasn't said a word to me the whole time, but he hasn't moved either. So I am guessing maybe he is stuck there. Somebody put super glue on there and he can't get out. That is a nasty trick. It looks like he's been there a while. But back to what's going on. My feet were so cold, it just sucked. It was miserable, and my legs were sore. I wasn't hungry this morning. my blood sugars were down in the 150s, and as soon as I got out and had something, it just zoomed right up. So just gotta get in better shape and start paddling a little more. And maybe I need to be in shape and do these trips a little bit later in the year. Just kind of, I don't know. It's just got to figure something out, and maybe solo just isn't for me. I'll have to get on the paddling partner trip lookup thingy and see if anybody else likes to. If that's what I got to figure out, what I like to do. I like to catch a fish occasionally, but I didn't even have the motivation to do that. So, but it was a nice paddle out. It took about an hour. Got everything taken down, and I don't know. I just wanted to stop here and hike a little bit and see if a little exercise would help me. See how everything feels. My hip still hurts. There's my first fly I see. Hopefully you can see the fly too. He's not going anyplace. I did my piriformis stretches and the pain went away, but the problem is my car's over there, which is a good 2.5 miles, and it is 4:10, so I'll be happy to be on the road by 5, which gets me home between 10 and midnight. Well, this is a wrap on my trip. No more stops. I don't think I want to film anything at McDonald's when I get my double cheeseburger and water. So it's May 2018 Boundary Waters trip, the 11th through the 13th. That's a wrap. All we got left is to drive home. It's a beautiful walk out here, so I would highly recommend anyone looking for something to do. You could camp out here for $18 a night. Come down on a Friday night, explore the park all day Saturday, and get home on Sunday. That's a wrap.